Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like to disrupt my shelves, but we're going to disrupt my shelves for this TBR cart. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to say welcome back because I'm assuming that you just finished my last video and ran straight to this video. I was supposed to do this TBR video in the last video, but then that video ended up being so long that I was like, you know what, let me separate it because I don't want this shit to be an hour long. We are here. I'm 3 days late, like I said in my last video. It is August 3rd, and we are finally getting to the TBR jar for August. This is my little TBR cart. It is sad, but that's okay. These were all the books that I was supposed to read in the month of July. Did I get to them? Absolutely fucking not. Not even close, not even a little bit, not even at all. In the beginning of the year, I did a video on TikTok that said all the books that I absolutely wanted to read for the year. Most of the books are on here. What we're going to do is pick from here, and we're going to pick some books that are up here to add to this TBR cart. Without further ado, let us start on our first pick. I don't know how many books I'm gonna pick. Maybe, oh shit. Oh, before I do this, oh wow, this is an ADHD moment, okay. Before I do this, there is one book that I absolutely have to read. And this was on my July TBR, but it's not. Now it's on my August TBR because I have to read this book. This is our book club book for August. So I need to read this before August 24th, I think it is, or something like that, which I will. So this is an absolute number one book that is on my August TBR. So book one is for sure Beautiful Venom because I don't have a choice. Is it upside down? Don't think that it is. I know that it's red writing. I don't know what it says. What does that say? A book with a beautiful cover. Okay. Let me pause. Let me find. This book was on my June TBR. I never got to it, but I will get to it for the month of August because look how gorgeous this cover is. Do we see this? Are we witnessing? Like, I love beautiful book covers. This is June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. Of course, this is going to break my fucking heart. I already know it. I really need to read it. It is 400. It's not too long. 470 pages long. When Brant Elliott was 6 years old, his father made a choice that altered the course of his entire life. Because of that choice, Brant was left orphaned and grieving. Because of that choice, his best friend's parents adopted him just after the birth of their daughter. Because of that choice, because that daughter became his adopted sister, the only girl Brant would ever love became the only girl he could never have. Though in a lot of ways he does have her, he has her first steps, her first words, her first smile. He has her milestones, her heartbreaks, her dreams. He has her heart so woven in his, he doesn't know where she ends and he begins. As the years pass on, that line between them keeps blurring, and the blurrier the line, the easier it is to cross. Despite how forbidden their attraction is, it never feels wrong. They say tragedy comes in threes. Brant's first tragedy changed him. The second one broke him. And the third one might just heal him. For at the center of all that tragedy, there is a love story. And at the center of that love story, there is June. That's her name. Her name is June. Oh, this is my first book. I'm going to cry. I already know it. June 1st. Okay, let's move on. So this is going to be my third book. I think I'm going to pick 6. So I have 7 altogether. Okay. What does that say? I already read it. Blue cover book. Hold. A blue cover book. I have 3 options here. First option I can go with is Frigid by Jennifer Armentrout. Let's read the back. For 21-year-old Sydney Bell, being in love with Kyler isn't anything new. They've been best friends ever since he pushed her down on the playground and she made him eat a mud pie. Somewhere over the years, she fell for him and fell hard. The problem, he's never stayed with a girl for longer than a few nights. And with it being their last year of college, Sydney won't risk their friendship by declaring her feelings. Meanwhile, Kyler has always put Sydney on a pedestal too high to reach. To him, she's everything, but he's hidden away his feelings, drowning them in other girls instead. After all, Kyler will always be the poor boy from the wrong side of the tracks, and Sid will always be the best thing he can never have. It's very similar to the last book. Not really, but sort of. But when they're stranded together at a posh ski resort after a massive snowstorm, there's nothing stopping their red hot feelings from finally coming to the surface. Can their friendship survive the attraction? Better yet, can they survive at all? Because as the snow falls, someone is stalking them, and this trip may be a life changer in more ways than one. So there's a little mystery too, a little love story, a little mystery. The next book that I can pick is Kristen Hanna's The Things We Do for Love. And I think I found this book at Goodwill. I haven't read a Kristen Hanna book, but I know that her books like Kill Your Soul. And I have a Kill Your Soul book already for this. So let's read it and see. Years of trying unsuccessfully to conceive a child have broken more than Angie Desaria's heart. Following a painful divorce, she moves back to her small Pacific Northwest hometown and takes over management of her family's restaurant in West End, where life rises and falls like the tides. Angie's fortunes will drastically change yet again when she meets and befriends a troubled young woman. Angie hires Lauren Ribito because she sees something special in the 17-year-old. They quickly form a bond, and when Lauren is abandoned by her mother, Angie offers the girl a place to stay. But nothing could have prepared Angie for the far-reaching repercussions of this acts of kindness. Together, these two women, one who longs for a child and the other one who longs for a mother's love, will be tested in ways that neither could have imagined. Okay, this is going to fucking kill my soul. I have to think about that. And the last book that I could go with is Forever Never. I did start to read it. I know I didn't finish this because it's in third person. I think I've read this already on Kindle, and she's fucking thick. She's 560 pages. And do I really want to read something this thick? Probably not. Do I want my heart broken by this? Probably not, especially because I'm probably going to cry with this one. Let's read Forever Never anyway. It's looking like Frigid is the winner, but I'll let you know in a second. Don't fall for your brother's high school sweetheart, your boss's daughter, or your ex-wife's best friend, especially when they're all the same woman. Now, that is why this book has always intrigued me. I have read this book. I don't remember a fucking shit about shit. Like I said, it's been years. Under Brick Callen's mile wide chest beats a loyal heart with a few cracks in it. He is a steadfast, overprotective type, especially when it comes to the one woman he can never have. It's a long, complicated history, punctuated by fights, friendship, family, and an attraction that strains his iron willpower. When Remy Ford returns to Macnic Island in the dead of winter, Brick makes it his mission to find out what put the shadows in those green eyes, even if it means breaking down the walls he's built between them, even if it means falling for the one girl he'll never get over. Remy doesn't need broody, bearded Brick riding to her rescue again, not when it put them both in danger, costing them much more than their hearts. And I have started, if you see, I have started reading this already. So with that said, because I did start to read this, I am going to put this on the maybe TBR if something else prompts it. So I'm going to go with Frigid by Jennifer Armentrout, and hopefully I will love it. This is going to be my third book in my August TBR. A banned book. I don't know if I have any banned books. I am going to have to Google this. This list is weird because so I don't okay. I am in the middle. I'm like halfway done with ACOTAR book 1. I have been slowly reading it, not because I don't understand it, not because I don't like it, not because it doesn't interest me. It is 1,000% such a beautifully written, love it book. I am slopping it up, but I do only read a couple chapters at a time, and I have been reading all my other books at the same time. I have been annotating the shit out of it. If I have time at the end of this video, I'm going to show you what I've done so far with that book. Why is it on the ban list? Is this just high school ban? I'm so confused. Also, why is Twilight on this list? That is insane to me. What? I am going to go with Lady Chatterley's Lover. I did see the movie. I love the movie and I have the book. I got the book from Goodwill, so we're going to get that book right now. Right here. Number 4 book on my list is Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Look at the small bold writing on it. This book is old as shit. 1928. It says here, no one ever wrote better about the power struggles of sex and love. Constance Chatterley feels trapped in her sexless marriage to Sir Clifford. Unable to fulfill his wife emotionally or physically, Clifford encourages her to have a liaison with a man of her own class. But Connie is attracted instead to Mellors, her husband's gamekeeper, with whom she embarks on a passionate affair that brings new life to her stifled existence. One of the most controversial novels in English literature, Lady Chatterley's Lover is an erotically charged and psychologically powerful depiction of adult relationships. This volume uses the complete and restored text of the Cambridge edition. So this is book 4 in my August TBR. Let's move on because this video is getting longer than I want it to be. This is a book off of my wish list, which means I need to go into I'm gonna buy the book. I'm gonna get me a new book on my wish list. Let's go into my Amazon wish list. Okay, what is on my wish list? Let's see. Oh, I do want to read this series right here. This is very easy because I've been hearing about this series. I am going to get book 1 of the Bratva series by TJ Maguire. I've heard wonderful things about this book. I am going to put it on my Kindle Unlimited, but I also might buy it. Bratva Bride, that is the book I'm going to read. I'm going to tell you what it's about. The Bratva rule Las Vegas. The Cosa Nostra rule New York City. What happens when they merge their families? A new king and queen of the mafia are born. Eliana Volkov and Arturo De Luca have a long road ahead with enemies around every corner. They'll have to protect and trust in one another to survive. With a brutal betrayal and danger lurking in the shadows, who can they really trust? Okay. This book is not for the faint of heart. It contains extreme violence, harsh language, graphic sexual scenes, and talk of sexual abuse. If these things offend you, then this book is not for you. It is for me, maybe not for you. It is not suited for anyone under the age of 18, which you should not be watching this video if you are not 18. So that is going to be my book 5, Bratva Bride, which is book 1 in the Bratva series by TJ Maguire. I am going to add that to my cart right now. A book based entirely on its cover. I don't know what the fuck that means. Isn't that already the same thing as a beautiful cover? Let me think about this. So we have a 2-for-1 because it is a duet, and like if I read one, then I have to read the other. And I've had these books for a little while, and I love me some Sophie Lark. I don't care what anybody says. So whatever. I've already bought the books. I'm not giving them away or throwing them out or doing whatever people do when they ban authors or whatever. I don't know. But we're reading books 1 and 2 in the Grimstone series. Grimstone and Monarch. And I mean, look at this. Look how pretty this cover is. Like, are you serious? Does this scream gothic to you? Look at the sprayed edges. And honestly, I want you to look, the chapters have these like embossed like things here. Okay. What is this? Look at this. More embossed pictures. Not embossed, but I don't know the term. And so yeah, we're reading this. This is Monarch, which is the second book in the duet. And again, beautiful, easy, simple sprayed edges. But again, we have these, each chapter, this. Look at the back pages. I just love Sophie Lark. I don't know. I feel like all her books are like this. Welcome to Grimstone. Do we see this? It's like a comic book. But anyway, let's read it. This is book 1. And it says here, I thought I wanted to make her scream, but now I want to make her smile too. It doesn't matter what order. Remy Hayes is beginning to think she's cursed. Her fiance cheated on her. Her brother Jude is a major pain in the ass, and the moldering mansion she inherited from her uncle might just be haunted. Flipping Blackleaf Manor already feels impossible, even before Remy is blackmailed by Dane Cobbett, the dangerously hot doctor next door and Grimstone's most eligible bachelor. If you can ignore the fact that everyone in town thinks he murdered his wife. Remy doesn't want to believe it, especially after Dane sews up a gash in her thigh and steals a kiss in payment, a kiss that makes it hard to walk for reasons that have nothing to do with an injured leg. But as the renovation takes a strange and violent turn, Remy must decide if Dane is the one haunting her nights or if he's trying to protect her from something much worse. So that is book one. I don't know if it's a cliffhanger, but I'm assuming, oh no, it's not. So I don't need to read this one, but I am going to read this one anyway because I feel like I need to read them together. I didn't know these were standalones. So the second book says, in a desperate bid to get out of town, 27-year-old virgin and bookstore nerd Elena Zelenska becomes the world's most unlikely mail order bride. Her gamble pays off when she's swept off her feet by Lauren Ronson, handsome single father, actual published author. Elena's new fiance seems almost too good to be true. Her life is turning into a fairy tale, especially since Lauren is building her a castle in the woods. But when Elena arrives in Grimstone, her fairy tale turns darker. The castle in the woods is a macabre labyrinth of hidden chambers, and Lauren is no Prince Charming. In fact, he might just be a monster. Isolated, far from home, Elena's only ally is Atlas Covet, the owner of the Monarch Hotel. Okay, Dane Covet. This must be his brother. Okay, so this is good. We're reading this together. Massive and stern, even Atlas's employees are terrified of him. He becomes Elena's unexpected protector, offering solace and sanctuary from the darkness that threatens to consume her. As Elena's bond with Atlas deepens, her jealous fiance exerts his control in increasingly twisted ways. Elena must find a way out before the castle he's building becomes a prison she'll never escape. These are going to be so fucking good, and I cannot wait to read that. This is books 6 and 7, but I am going to do one more because I put them together like unintentionally. So let's do our last book. Oh, what that says. What does that say? A book that became a movie. Yes. This is already on my cart because I just watched this movie yesterday. So I watched Fallen yesterday and I like wanted to watch it before I read it, but I'm actually going to I have the whole series, so I want to read it, but like I know this is a YA and I know that there's probably not a bunch of spice, and like look how big the rating is, and I loved this movie yesterday so hard. Like I just sat there and watched it. Like I didn't even like do another project while I watched, which is what I normally do when I watch TV. I just watched the movie. So this is Fallen. This is book one in the Fallen series by Lauren Tate. I did watch the movie yesterday, the movie adaptation. It was good. So I'm assuming the book is going to be even better. This is about Lucinda and Daniel. There's something achingly familiar about Daniel Grigori. Mysterious and aloof, he captured Luce Price's attention from the moment she sees him on her first day at Sword and Cross boarding school in Savannah. He's the one bright spot in a place where cell phones are forbidden and other students are screw ups, and security cameras watch every move, except Daniel wants nothing to do with Luce. He goes out of his way to make that very clear, but she can't let it go. Drawn to him like a moth to a flame, Luce has to find out what Daniel is so desperate to keep what Daniel is so desperate to keep secret, even if it kills her. Dangerously exciting and darkly romantic. I can't talk. Darkly romantic. Fallen is a page-turning thriller and the ultimate love story. And yes, it was. And I cannot wait to read. And look, there's other books in it: Torment, Passion, Fallen in Love, and Rapture. And I have all the books, and I cannot wait to read. And I'm so excited that I got this prompt. This makes me so happy. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. Wait, am I missing a book? Oh, I am missing a book. I have 8 books. There's just one that I have in my cart. So 7 physical books and the one that I just put into my cart, Bratva Bride. This is on my August TBR. Let's hope I get through this TBR. I really want to. It's a good one. It's a really good one, and I'm really, really happy about it. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful month of reading. Make sure you subscribe and like to all of my things. And I wish you guys a happy reading and a happy month of August. And I will see you next week for a reading vlog.